So I'm sure by now you've all heard about the FIRE movement. So even if you don't want to retire early, I have 5 tips that will help you on your financial journey that we can all take from the FIRE movement. So if you haven't yet, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. And also, if you find this content helpful and you're enjoying this video at any time throughout the video, go ahead and click that like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithms. So let's jump right into tip number 1 that we can all learn from the FIRE movement. Even if we don't plan on retiring early, it's always a good thing to strive for financial independence. So tip number 1 is start planning for retirement. Even though many of us may not have any desire to retire early, or if we reach the age where early retirement is not just an option for us, it's never too late to start planning for retirement. And that is one thing that the FIRE movement does teach us, and it does get us to start doing, is dreaming and planning for retirement. There is a statistic that says 41% of Americans don't have a plan for retirement. And that to me is just saddening. I want to show you guys this video that it gives us an insight of what we have to look forward to in the future if we don't plan for retirement.
Years old, a part-time greeter 5 days a week at Walmart.
How you doing? Good to see ya. Y'all have a great day. Hello, hello.
Tom, Mark.
Good to meet you.
We met at this store in Wagner, Oklahoma.
I heard you're basically the mayor of Walmart. Is that true? You know?
Well, I'm close to it.
How long have you worked here?
Going on 9 years.
9 years.
I'm only going to work 30.
Coomer is a kidder, but why he's still working is no joke.
When you got this job, you needed this job.
Yeah, you betcha I did. When you lose your retirement at a big place like McDonnell Douglas, you need a job.
In 1994, McDonnell Douglas closed its plant in nearby Tulsa. Coomer, a machinist, had worked there 29 years.
And all of a sudden, a loudspeaker come on, and it said, "Attention, McDonnell Douglas will close in 60 days. And I mean, we stopped and looked at each other and thought, what in the world? To me, that was just like you'd walked up and slapped me in the face.
Because all your plans...
All my dreams was just then going out the door.
He was 56 years old with an 8th grade education and 1 year shy of a full pension. Financially, the Coomers have never recovered. Over the years, they burned through retirement savings, downsized their house and lifestyle, but still have a mortgage they can never pay off. The average American over 65 lives on about $4,100 a month. With his Walmart checks, their Social Security, and his partial pension, Tom and Ellen Coomer live on around $3,100 a month, more than $1,000 less than the national average.
Is this the retirement that you imagined?
No.
So I'm sure if any of you shop at Walmart or maybe Sam's Club or Costco's, you've seen a gentleman or a lady that looks like the gentleman that we just saw in this video that did not plan for retirement, that is in their 60s, 70s, or 80s and still having to get up and go to work each and every day in order to take care of themselves at a later point in their life because they did not have a plan for retirement. So now that we know all that we know, now that we have the resources that we have, now that we have the ability to gain the financial literacy that we need in order to plan for retirement, let's just make sure that we take advantage of these years that we have now, the years that we are still working, the years that we have good health, to just start to plan for our retirement. It is not too late, and that's the good thing about the FIRE movement is it encourages people, especially the millennials and even people my age. I'm in my late 30s, and even no matter what age you are, to go ahead, start planning for retirement, define what it is that you want, create a plan, and go. So, the second tip that we can learn from the FIRE movement is that early retirement doesn't mean not working. Early retirement gives those that have the opportunity to get out of corporate America or not have to go to work because they need to make money. It gives them the option to work. It gives them the ability to do things that add value to them and value to others. And a lot of times when people retire early, some of these people that have accomplished FIRE, these people are in the age of their early 20s or early 30s. They still work. They earn money by teaching others about the FIRE movement. They have podcasts, blogs that they write. They have YouTube channels. They do speaking events. They do so many other things in order to earn money. So just because you retire early, it doesn't mean sitting on the couch looking at Netflix all day. It doesn't mean sleeping in till half the day is over. It doesn't mean, going on lavish vacations, every single week or every single month. It gives you options. It gives you the ability to work part time. It gives you the ability to do the things that you've always wanted to do. It gives you the things to have a job that is meaningful to you or that adds value to others. So don't just think that early retirement means that you're not going to work or you're going to be bored or you're just going to sit around all day and do nothing. It just gives you options to do something that may be more meaningful to you or adds more value to others. And that's what early retirement in the FIRE movement can teach us for those that aren't ready to just retire and quit working altogether. Tip number 3 that we can learn from the FIRE movement is your spending rate rather than your income is key to financial independence. And if you are, desiring to retire early, these are the things that we must focus on. And the good thing about the FIRE movement is it does focus on things that we can control, such as our spending and our savings. It's a lot easier to control how much money we spend and how much money we save in a lot of cases versus controlling our income. Some people live in a city or a state where there are a lot of opportunities, and some people have created I would say they have done things that allow them more opportunities than others. But if you're not in a place right now in your life where you have the opportunity or the choice or the ability to increase your income, you always have control over how much you spend and how much you save. One thing that the FIRE movement does suggest is that we should aim to save 25 times the amount that we plan to spend each year. So this would also include the help of compound interest. And compound interest is so important. It's so helpful in reaching financial independence. Now, let's just look at a couple examples. If you are able to save 50% of your income, meaning you are living off 50% of what you make and you're saving 50% of what you make, you've just bought yourself a year of early retirement, because that 50% that you're saving, hopefully you have it in a high interest savings account or you have it in some type of investment vehicle where you're investing in index, funds or ETFs that you're receiving that compound interest on your money, you're putting your money to work, then you're going to be able to retire in about 10 to 15 years and enjoy early retirement. Or if you want to keep working, then when you do decide to retire, you'll be able to do more of the things that you enjoy doing rather than not being able to afford to do anything or having to work your entire life. Now, by investing your money in things such as index funds or ETFs or even mutual funds. And for those of you who enjoy just investing in individual stocks, through the magic of compound interest and with a 4% withdrawal rate of your money in retirement. And remember that sometimes the markets will be down or inflation will be up. So being able to withdraw less than 4% when necessary is going to help your nest egg last a whole lot longer. But through these methods of saving, investing, and the 4% withdrawal rate, you'll be able to probably retire within 10 or 15 years and have enough money that's going to take you all the way through the time that you plan to retire. So those are just some ideas around why your spending rate is more important than your income. So we're now at tip number 4. So finding ways to keep your expenses low and ways to boost your income is something that we can all learn from the FIRE movement. So it is important that those in the FIRE movement, they look for ways to make sure that they're spending their money in the right way. They are very keen on where their money goes because it's so important to keep their expenses low and increase their income as much as they possibly can. So, one way that they do this is to cut out unnecessary spending by defining wants and needs. A lot of us mistake the things we want for the things that we need. We spend so much money on things that we want and we waste money when we really didn't need those things. So that's one thing that those in the FIRE movement do is they define their wants and needs. Another thing they do is they create a budget and they stick to it. A budget doesn't mean that you can't do anything that you want. A budget means that you have a plan for every single dollar. You're going to put every single dollar to work, guys. So that's so important. And next is those in the FIRE movement, they find creative ways to make extra cash. They have side hustles. They have part-time jobs. They're saving money in order to invest in rental properties. They do Uber, they do Lyft, they deliver pizzas. They whatever it takes, they're doing whatever they can in order to create that extra income. And I do want to add this. That's one of the downfalls about the FIRE movement, or that's one of the biggest barriers in the FIRE movement is how much income you earn, and making saving and investing very important. A first priority is so important and it is key to the FIRE movement. So in order to reach financial independence and retire early, you do have to increase your income as much as possible, as quickly as possible, and you do have to have a big enough income in order to reach FIRE. And also you do have to make saving and investing a priority if you want to reach financial independence and retire early. And I think that both of those are very important no matter what part of your financial journey that you're on, because in order to reach financial independence, you have to have a big enough nest egg that's going to protect you and, keep you going through whatever it is that you want to accomplish in life. And having a plan for retirement is just so important to. And tip number 5, which I just think is a bonus, when you have reached financial independence and you're able to retire early, when you're a part of the FIRE movement, later in life you have your freedom. Freedom makes us happy. Freedom is, less stress. Freedom means not having to worry day by day about money, about not being able to do the things that you want to do. No matter what, we can't control the markets. We can't control the interest rates. We can't control our income in some cases. But when we strive for financial independence and when we strive to retire early, it pushes us to take things to the next level. It puts our attention on the things that we need to do in order to better ourselves financially, in order to get ourselves to a place in life where We can do the things that we want to do. We can earn the money that we desire to earn. We can live the life that we want to live. And we're capable of just having our time to do what we love and to do what we want to do. We're able to spend time with family and not have to worry about work or money. We're able to live wherever we want to live and not have to worry about how we're going to make a living in order to take care of our family. I just think that regardless of whether you actually are a part of the FIRE movement, whether you plan to retire early, whatever it is that you want to accomplish in life, I think that all 5 of these tips will help you strive to do better, to live better, and to create any life that you desire. Again, if you haven't yet, please support the channel by subscribing. Make sure that you click like on this video. And if you have any questions or comments about the FIRE movement or about any of these 5 tips, please leave a comment below. Thank you so much. You guys have an amazing day.